Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. My name is Lbtharealist, and this is Surrealistic Studios. So, recently, we've been continuously hit by hurricane after hurricane. We had Hurricane Harvey that formed up in the Atlantic. We had Hurricane Irma that followed Harvey. We had Hurricane Maria that just devastated Puerto Rico. People in Puerto Rico had said it's basically the equivalent of an atomic blast that they're dealing with. They said it was of apocalyptic in nature. So I know we all like to think that Puerto Ricans are strong, but they were just hit hard. Now I'm not sure of a death count. I think I've heard it was just a few people. 9 or 10 or something like that lost their lives. I can't confirm that, so forgive me. It's hard for me to do videos like this because I don't have any other I don't have my laptop here that I can reference the article in front of me. But they're still going through everything right now. They're still trying to get help and supplies sent to the island. There's already been reports of looting. People are not playing out there. They're trying to survive. And I know looting is wrong and all that, but when you're in survival mode, most people revert to, look, I got to take care of me and mines. And I know that's wrong, and that's a mentality that we have to break out of, because if we all work together and we all share, then everyone will be taken care of. But we all have to be on the same page. So they're going through that right now. There's hardly any communications to the island. All the airport terminals are shut down. There's rivers rushing through, major flooding. Homes that were 200, 300 years old have holes in them. Roofs were ripped off from the top. They had people held up in like a rescue center or where everyone evacuated to, and one person said she saw the roof acting like bubble gum, waving around by the hurricane winds. So Puerto Rico was just hit, not directly, but they were just hit. The northern part region of the island was hit by Hurricane Irma, and then Hurricane Maria comes up right after to just straight up create devastation and chaos. I saw pictures and videos of it, and everything just looks flat. It just looks flat. It's horrible. So my heart goes out to all the people on the island. My grandmother's sister still lives there. And I got other family out there. I'm sure that I'm hoping they're okay. I'm gonna talk to my grandmother and see if she's heard anything yet. But like I said, most of communications have been cut to the island. People need water. Most of the country is run on electrical grids, and they said most of the electrical grids to the country is just completely destroyed or is malfunctioning in some way or another, and all of their water supply runs on that electrical grid. So they're running out of water, they're running out of gas. It's complete devastation. I'm hoping that nothing like that ever happens to San Diego, because I don't think we're capable of handling anything like that. They were hit by a Category 4 hurricane. It was 2 miles per hour from hitting a Category 5 status hurricane. Craziness. I lived in Florida for a year, and I might have been through a tropical, so I don't even think I've been through a tropical storm. The thunderstorms out there scared the shit out of me. I had to get my ass back to the West Coast, where I can rock with the earth like it's normal. Like, I can handle a little earthquake. Not the big one. The big one still scares the shit out of me, but it's the small ones that I sleep through those. Earthquakes are nothing to me unless they're really, really powerful. But I cannot handle winds. I am 110, 115 pounds soaking wet. I will be blown away, literally, and I can't have that. So I can only imagine what Puerto Rico and the Bahamas and the Dominican, I can only imagine what they've been through. It's devastating. It's totally devastating. Just seeing the pictures and the videos is just mind-blowing that nature can act in that way, you know. And I watched the video recently. Somebody had said that maybe that the earth is actually conscious, and that maybe earthquakes and hurricanes, tornadoes, and volcanic eruptions and wildfires, all that kind of stuff is just the earth like trying to rid itself of the impurities of itself, as if we're ants or as if we're some kind of parasite to the earth or something like that. In a lot of ways, human nature can be parasitic. But now I'm veering off into a different subject, but I just thought that was an interesting way of looking at earthquakes and hurricanes and natural disasters, because I don't want to sensationalize the situation or whatever. I'm just trying to make a correlation or think about this type of situation in broader terms, because you can't call what Hurricane Maria, Hurricane Irma, it's not evil. It's not evil that's happening in the world. It's just something that is. I mean, I'm a realist. It just is. It is what it is. And unfortunately, hurricanes are a part of human life, and we have to endure these situations. We have to somehow push forward and progress through it, So I'm glad that President Trump has pledged support for Puerto Rico. Hopefully that goes through as planned, and Puerto Rico is able to receive funds and additional help from the government, because Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. For those that do not know, it's damn near a state. They've been having that debate for a while, but I'm not sure where I fall on that. But Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and it deserves our help. I've never personally been to the island, even though I am half Puerto Rican, and most of my Puerto Rican family has already been. Makes me fucking mad, but now it's just in ruins, and they said that it might not ever be the same again. It's just going to be before Hurricane Maria and after Hurricane Maria. So that breaks my heart. This is the most powerful hurricane they've had, I believe, in 80 something years. So, man, hopefully they get communications and powers back up. Hopefully they're able to receive the help that they need. And like I said, my heart goes out to all the people on the island, the friends and family members. I hope my family members are safe. I hope that there is a very low, if zero number of casualties, even though I know that that's high hoping, and I know that that's probably already untrue. But shit, what do you do? I mean, you can attribute it to global warming or climate change, whatever you want to call it, whatever the appropriate term for it is. I mean, obviously, global warming or climate change didn't cause the hurricane to occur, but it could have played a part in its strength and ferocity. Not to say that we haven't had strong hurricanes in the past. It happens. So whether it is or whether it's not is a different subject for a different day. All I know is now Puerto Rico has a lot of work to do. They need a lot of help and support. They've already been devastated economically. They're already suffering from that. They're in like a $80 billion or a $70 billion debt crisis right now. Crazy. Instead of giving Trump $80 billion to rebuild the military, or to increase the spending and military spending, why don't you give $70 billion to Puerto Rico to help support their economic infrastructure, or help to bring them out of debt crisis. Puerto Rico, from what I hear, is a beautiful, beautiful island filled with beautiful, beautiful people. And right now, they could use a little support. So while we're railing against people that want Medicare for all and free college tuition and, you know, an increase in minimum wage, or to increase the wage to a livable wage for all Americans and making life better for all Americans, including Puerto Ricans, because they are Americans, you know, why don't you help the people instead of helping the people that don't need it? Giving all the money to the corporatists and the imperialists and the capitalists when you could be helping the little guys. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I'm just rambling at this point. But you all know what it is. Love, peace, and chicken grease, my peeps. Don't forget to find me on all social media and follow me. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't before. Most of all, leave me your comments in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. Love, Puerto Rico.